Hello, welcome back to Journey into Film with Philip and his co-host Neil.
Hello.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah,
Merry Christmas.
and all the other stuff. Don't care. We're here to talk about Christmas films, and the very first one we're going to talk about was the highest-grossing film of 1990, and that was Home Alone.
Love it.
The film that starred the great kid actor Macaulay Culkin.
I think he lives in Lawrence now or something like that.
Last time I saw him, he was on a YouTube show called Red Letter Media,
Okay. All right.
and he has been on quite a few of their shows,
Yes.
which I appreciate.
Interesting enough,
Yes.
I saw him in a little spoof of Home Alone when he's an adult, and they were talking about wanting to bring it back and have him in it again. But yeah, I think it's
No,
No, definitely not.
no. The
Yeah.
dad's dead.
yes,
No, come
yes,
on.
yes. I didn't realize
But-
his dad was dead. Okay.
Yeah, may he rest in peace,
Gotcha.
John
Okay.
Hurd. But this is the story. This was a film produced by John Hughes, written by John Hughes, but directed by Chris Columbus, who was on his third film at this point. The first one was The Adventures of Babysitting,
Yes.
starring the always hot
Elizabeth Hurley. Oh,
Elizabeth Shue.
shoe. Hurley, shoe, same thing. Just
God,
kidding.
no.
It's
God,
not.
no,
It's not.
no.
It's not.
Shut up,
It's
Neil.
not.
But no, the film stars Culkin as Kevin McAllister, who is one of the youngest kids of a big family, who ends up getting left home alone after a big fight with his family. Catherine O'Hara plays the mom. John Hurd plays the dad, and and Gary Bamman as the uncle, who has the line, "Look what you did, you little jerk." Yes.
That's good.
And while he's home alone, Kevin McAllister has to fend off two burglars, played by Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern.
It would not be the movie without those two.
I have to agree with you.
Oh, my
and you know what, Neil? Who would have thought those two would have had such great
Oh, I know.
chemistry?
I know.
The one thing about the film I want to know now, when people think about this film, everyone thinks about the slapstick humor and the jokes, and yes, there was a lot of that.
Yes.
And you know what all that was based off of? Inspired by the Looney Tunes. As you can, because I watched the behind the scenes
Gotcha,
on it, and
gotcha.
they said it was like based off the Looney Tunes. And after watching it again, I can see why.
Sure. I understand
Because
that.
there was a lot of jokes. But
Yeah.
how did you find out about this film in 1990 when it came out?
Yeah. I had been in college since 1987. And then I think I saw a commercial for it, I believe, on TV. I did not see it in the theaters, though. I was in college. I was busy. Didn't have a chance to get to the theater or anything like that. And, but when it came out on VHS at the time.
VHS back
It used
then.
to be
We're old.
yeah, when it came out, I used to watch it all the time. Bought it, and even now I own the DVDs.
I just bought it on Blu-ray on
Yeah.
Black Friday. I was going to get the sequel, but I didn't, and I wish I would have because
Yeah,
it was dirt
sequel's
cheap.
wonderful too.
We will get to that.
Okay,
But,
my fault. Yeah,
And the other part of the film, a little subplot, is this neighbor. The neighbor character, who is Marley, played by Robert Blessum. I don't know who he is, but he's the one guy who, every time when you see him, you hear that creepy music playing.
yes.
And of course, but
He sees you dragging around
yes,
a trash can.
dragging around a trash can, big shovel.
That's right.
That, but one of the best scenes is that he's scared of the old man. Kevin is scared of him at first, until that wonderful church scene when he just goes in there and then Marley just happens to be there, and
Yes.
he walks over to him and they have a nice talk. It's one of the best scenes in the film.
Completely changes Kevin's thoughts on him. Yeah.
Exactly. And meanwhile, the parents are trying to get home. The mom, played by Catherine O'Hara, stays behind at the airport to try to, and she wants him to John Candy. John Candy, who, Neil, let me tell you this, both of them were on the show SCTV back in the day.
That's right.
Along with Rick Moranis
yes.
and a bunch of them.
That's why a lot of those people get started into comedy on, mainstream comedy.
Yes. Yeah, and so, and according to what I heard, John Hughes told Chris Columbus, dude, just let John improv because it's what he does.
Absolutely.
And he, every scene he's in, which isn't like 2 scenes, steals them.
Yeah. When he talks about, maybe you've heard about us, the
Rest in
Polka
peace.
Kings.
Yes, rest in peace, John Candy.
What a great actor, and I loved him.
We praised him during the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles show. We praised him again because, God, I miss that guy.
Yeah, I know. He would be so funny.
Yeah.
Today would be great. So.
John Hurt played the dad. And probably the most popular role he ever had was playing the dad.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, but I know him from that role. May he rest in peace, because he died like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But let's get to what everyone wants us to talk about, Neil. The slapstick.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
From the Wet Bandits.
Yeah, this was John Hughes' version of Straw Dogs. This is when, if you ever seen Straw Dogs with Dustin Hoffman from 1971,
man, that's a long
by
time ago.
Sam Peckinpah. You watch that film and you watch this. This is a comedic version of that, because that film is intense and serious and scary. This is just funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and of course the scenes when Marv steps on the step and there's a spike there.
Oh my gosh!
When he's barefoot, he goes, ah!
The thing is about that scene is that if you watch it, even today, you can feel it when he steps on it.
You can feel it. You can feel everything that these people go through.
That's exactly right.
The big container things flying across the steps. When he tries to break in, he steps on these glass things. Goes, I'm gonna kill that kid. Yep. And then, of course, one of the best lines is when Harry says to him, "Why the hell have you got your feet on, your shoes off?"
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Marv goes, "Why the hell are you dressed like a chicken?" That was
when the
great.
blowtorch burns the cap when he opens the door. Oh my gosh.
Dude. The scene when he realizes that he lost his golden tooth, he goes, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
I'm gonna snap off your coat. Or these and boil them in boil oil.
I think that movie is popular today, Christmas time.
That film's a classic, and Neil, of course, we cannot go without talking about the famous.
That's right.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
What a great
Do
scene.
with me, Neil.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yes, Home Alone. Yeah, and of course we have to mention the great John Williams, who did the score.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They actually said that they had shot the film and it didn't look all that good. It was like, well, we could get John Williams. They're like, no, we couldn't. Then they got him. And he made that score. And another work of art from John Williams.
Did that score win anything for?
I don't believe so. We'll have to look it up. But man, that score, every time I watch that film, I hear that score, I just smile.
Oh, yeah.
John Williams, thank God he's still alive. And he's still doing films.
What awards did Home Alone, the first one, the original one, win?
I believe the original one was up for Best Original Song. I don't think it won, but it wasn't up for a lot of awards. And by the way, Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert, I love these two. I look up to these two a lot, but they trashed that movie when it came out.
Yeah.
They trashed it. They thought it sucked, and I was like, what the heck you guys smoked in this movie's brilliant.
And I wonder
Yeah.
why at the time. I wonder why they did that. But
Yeah.
you know now, and what
Because they
look
were
back,
just, well, cool Christmas film about a kid that no one knows. Come on.
right.
But the film came out. It was a huge hit. It was #1 at the box office for weeks.
And even today, people love it.
Yeah.
Young people love it.
Young and old, man.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I was born the year that film came out, and I kind of grew up with it.
Yeah.
But Home Alone, man. What more can we say? It was the highest grossing film of 1990. It made Chris Columbus an A-list director who would go on to direct the first 2 Harry Potters. Made Macaulay Culkin a huge household name.
Yeah.
And
It wouldn't surprise me if he's living off the money that he's making.
oh,
of
he
it.
probably is, because that movie, every time when they
Got to, yeah.
every time when they replay, he's like, check.
Yeah, it's exactly right. And as a matter of fact, I've seen it probably 3 times this December already. Just watching parts of it.
4
as it comes-
times, but
as it comes on TV
yeah.
all the time.
Neil,
now, so.
we need to move on now
Yep.
to Home Alone 2. We'll be
Okay.
right back, folks.
You guys, I'll see you in a second.